Good.
Yeah. Well, wait, actually, no, not you. But I can see Annabelle a little bit.
Good. Really far forward.
You're gonna have to switch my good side over here.
Okay, just for you, Barrett. Now, guys, I just want you to know, what should we do?
If the red light goes off, just tell me, because that means
I want you to know that although it seems like this laboring task to be reading Act 1 with me, I know, because I'm so slow about it, but really we're in Scene 4, and there are only 5 scenes in Act 1. So once we're through Act 1, we'll be taking a quiz on Act 1. It's character dialogue focus, because of course it's a play, and plays are comprised of entirely dialogue with very little stage direction for character action. So I want to kind of let you know about that. So when we're heading towards the end of Act 1, if you do have any questions at the end of Act 1 about the critical reading guide, or we'll of course continue to annotate and add commentary for each other up until we finish, but in case that happens, we'll address those before, of course, we take the quiz. Before we do, I promise. So I'll give you time with that. I don't know quite how far we'll get today. We'll see. I don't think we'll finish the act. Scene 4 is quite lengthy. If you've glanced, it's really quite long, and justifiably so. Yesterday, we realized that Goneril really has ill intention to get her father to leave quickly. So she's told her servant, her steward, Oswald, right? Yeah, to our character list, right? To our family tree for Goneril. She's told him to make sure that the other servants and himself are not graciously, generous, thoughtful, accommodating towards Lear and his knights. And of course, Lear is going to take offense at that, because even though he's abdicated the throne, he still should be regarded with the highest respect as a king. And he's in his daughter's house, which seems her palace, which makes him feel even more that it should be rightfully so. But in the meantime, Goneril's planted that. Don't have a clue yet if the Duke of Albany is really in cahoots with his own wife. Don't know that much about him yet, but we'll be finding out. Oswald's going to play a significant role. In the meantime, yesterday we left off with the knight talking to Lear, but Lear also wondering where his fool was. In all good tragedies, you need a bit of what? And the fool is going to be that, although I find his name to be an absolute contradiction for not only his wit, but his intellect. So we'll see where that goes. You ready? I believe we're on Scene 4. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think we cut off with Lear ending with, "But where's my fool? I've not seen him this 2 days." Is that correct?
That sounds right.
Yep. Okay, good. Checking in.
So who's
the knight? Who was the knight?
Yeah, wait, where?
Since my young lady's going into France.
On the page. Okay. Since my young lady's going to France, sir, the fool hath much pined away.
Oh, so clearly the fool has great admiration and affection for whom? Ooh, now do you think that maybe is something we might want to consider as, what will the fool's conversation be with Lear? Will he say anything smarmy or witty towards Lear about his disinheriting of his daughter Cordelia? We're not really sure, but let's consider that little planted seed of knowledge.
No more of that. I have noted it well. Go ye, and tell my daughter I would speak with her. Go you, call hither my fool.
The steward enters, and of course Lear says,
"Oh, you, sir, you have come hither, sir. Who am I, sir?"
"My lady's father."
Schizophrenic.
"My lady's father? Your lord's name, you whoreson dog! You slave, you cur! I am none of these, my lord. I beseech your pardon. Do you bandy looks with me, you rascal?"
And he strikes him, and Oswald says,
"I'll not be stricken, my lord."
Oh, who's Kent?
Oh yeah, that's me, sir. "Nor tripped neither, you base football player."
And he trips Oswald.
"I thank thee, fellow. Thou servest me, and I'll love thee."
Ooh, is that not verbal irony, or do you not agree? Because here he is saying he loves the very man who is now in disguise and wants to work for him, and yet that is Kent, who he so degradingly banished back in the beginning of the play. What you think? Do you like Kent?
Yes.
We'll see what you think by the end of the play.